Welcome to the Book of Jane, where spawing is a verb. Hey, I'm Jane Crawford, your spa consultant here on YouTube. If you could please subscribe for me, I would totally appreciate that. And if you're a new subscriber, in the comments below, put new sub for me so I can say thank you as I grow this channel. Likes and comments always help the algorithm, so that is appreciated as well. Okay, let's get into today's video. Most of my video titles and or things that I talk about here on the channel come from conversations with clients. And today's video topic is, well, I think I know how to spa, ? Do I? I was having a conversation with a brand new person that I met at an event. I belong to the chamber here in Beaverton, Oregon. And it was a women in business event. And so I'm flitting around like a butterfly talking to everybody. And I walk up to these two beautiful young women. They're probably in their 30s, both real estate people. And we start chatting and I'm like, so you do, blah, blah, blah. And she goes, well, what do you do? And I said, well, I teach people how to spa and I have a skincare line that I represent. And she said, oh, well, what do you mean? And so I said, well, I teach on my YouTube channel. And she says, well, I think I know how to spa. And I'm like, yeah. She goes, well, what am I doing wrong? And I said, well, you're probably not staying long enough. She went, oh. I said, and maybe you leave too early, which is not staying long enough. Maybe you didn't stop a treatment that should have been stopped because you didn't like the therapist or the work the therapist was doing, or you got a creepy feeling, or you just know this is not the person that's supposed to work on you. She goes, you can do that? I said, absolutely. Maybe you didn't take advantage of all the amenities that the spa has to offer. And she's like, well, what are you talking about? I said, well, okay. So let's just take the last spa that I was at, which was a proper spa, one of my proper spas. That means a big one. The razors, the conditioner, the shampoo, the body scrub, the lovely, beautiful amenities that you can take into the shower after you're done spaing all day to do everything that you need, and she's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, did you know that's mostly available at the big spas? She said, no. I said, yeah, it's all there. Now the spa attendant inside the ladies' locker room usually has all that out for you. If it's not there, at the Peppermill Spa that we were at in Reno a couple of months ago, you had to ask for all the amenities, and the spa attendants have this big counter behind them, and they're like, well, here's your razor, here's your cap to keep your hair dry, the little plastic cap, that my girlfriend needed. She goes, I don't have that. And I'm like, well, the spa attendant has it. So we trotted down there and she's looking at me like, what? And I was like, I told you. They have combs and razors and everything that you could possibly imagine, like nail files. I mean, I was just like, oh, but people just don't even know. They sort of walk past and they do not know that all of that stuff is available. Okay, they have lotion. They have this beautiful lotion at the Atlantis. I mean, you just, it is all there for you. But people either they just don't know that it's there, or they're like rushing out. Because they didn't plan enough time, or a million things. You know what I mean? So the other thing that I told her, that we were drinking and having a good time and chatting away, is, and I said, sometimes you spend too much money. She goes, well, what do you mean? And I said, well, okay, let's just say that I'm out on a little weekend trip spaing somewhere, but I want to go to the museum and I want to go see the show. And I want to have that really nice steak dinner or Italian food, actually my favorite, at some lovely restaurant somebody recommended. And so, I got to pay for my hotel room and my airfare. And then I've spent maybe $500 at the spa because I got 2 treatments and bought some product, and then I did an add-on service, and yeah, you know, so it sort of goes, it can get big really fast. And I said, if you know how to take advantage of everything that that beautiful facility offers you up when you buy that 50-minute or 80-minute treatment, let's say it might be 150 to 180, I tip out 20, so I've spent $200 for all of those lovely things that day at the spa, and I haven't blown out my travel money at the spa. And she goes, well, but what if I want a massage and a facial? I said, well, get whatever you want. You know, like there is no rule. You could have 3 treatments in a row, walk out of there, sign your credit card for $700. Like that, okay? Like that. For me and my house, for me and my travel budget, there are other things in that city that I want to do besides spa, but I know how to work that spa, and I've done my research. I know what they offer up. I know if they have a hot tub and a sauna and a cooling pool and a salt room and a steam room, and I know it all already. And I usually go in right when they open. Like if my appointment's at 1, I am in the spa by 10. And I plan the whole day, because it's like when I'm traveling, like it's a day at the spa, and then the next day at the museum, and then maybe the next day on a city tour or something, you know. So I don't spa for 3 days in a row. Now, when we go to Reno, we do back-to-back spa-ing days, but that's what we're there for, you know, and I want my clients to experience that stuff. But here's the kicker now. Like, you can't do it at the little spas in your city that call themselves a spa, and they have this itty bitty like sauna or something, or dry, I don't know. Like I've been in some places and they're like, oh yes, we have a dry sauna. And I'm like, okay. And it is the size of a closet. And I'm like, you know, you put 3 people in there, and I'm like, what? No. And I did not do a good review on that place because of that right there, because I was expecting the sauna to fit, you know, a decent amount of people in there. No, it's this itty bitty little thing. And then they were like, well, you can only do the sauna for like 30 minutes, and then that's it, and then you have to leave. And I was like, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that either. And the treatment was, you know, $100+. So just be careful about that, because remember, spa is a big word out there, and just do a little research. You can always call me, or I'll go with you, you know. Like, I promise you that if you take a spa consultant with you to the spa a few times and you get it, you kind of understand how to work this industry when we're talking about the big spas, it will be a much better experience. You won't spend as much money. You will have more health benefit, because I'm going to show you how to do hydrotherapy and all sorts of wonderful things, and do a scrub in the shower that they hand you, this big scoop of salt scrub or sugar scrub when you're done. Well, here, you know, in a big, what they do now is they you know, those you know, like it's like a half a cup or maybe 3/4 of a cup. It's a little paper, you know, and they have it sitting there, and then you just grab one of those and take it into the shower, and you can grab 2 if you need to. It's absolutely all day long you can grab 2. So they have toothpaste and toothbrushes there, you guys. Yeah. Not staying long enough, probably spending too much money. Just be my opinion. All right, have a glorious day, everybody. Don't forget to spa out there. Have a wonderful time. I am going to Mexico in September. We still do have a few rooms left to Cabo for our spa-ing adventure at a 5-star all-inclusive adult-only resort. If that interests you and you want to come play with me and all the girlfriends, that information will be below as well. Or you just want to pick up the phone and have a conversation about it, which is actually my favorite. I would love to talk to you about that too. Signing off for today, everybody. Have a glorious day, and I'll talk to you later here on the Book of Jane.